Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Little Sewing Room. My name's Chris. I'd first like to thank everybody who has either commented or liked or subscribed to my channel. I must admit I am quite shocked at how many people have watched the first vlog that I put out. And it's cheered me up no end. It's really made me feel as though I'm doing something that people appreciate and people enjoy. And many of you have commented on that they like the vlog and that they're going to can't wait for the next one that's coming out. So I'd just like to thank you all for being there for me, and while you're there I'll keep on doing them. I do find that it's getting easier as I go along. I know this is only the third vlog I've done, but knowing that there's people out there that want to watch them makes me feel an awful lot better, and I do appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart I do thank you all for doing that, and hope that you continue to like and subscribe. So today's video is going to be about the things that I made in December. There's not going to be an awful lot to show you because a lot of the things I made in December were for people's Christmas presents, and they've now gone to the people that I made them for. But there was a few other things that I'd made for myself. One of them was this top. I decided I haven't got many warm tops, as you can see. I've got a jumper on today with a t-shirt underneath, and I'm still feeling a bit cool, so I've got my scarf on. I do find that at my age, if my neck's cold, I'm cold all over, so I thought I'll put my scarf on. So I'm sorry if I look a bit odd, but I'm just trying to keep warm, as everybody is in this time of year, with the price of fuel bills and food bills and everything going up as they are. You know, you have to do whatever you can to keep warm, and putting extra clothes on is one of them at the minute. I can't wait for the nicer weather. I must admit it is starting to warm up a little bit. That you can tell the nights are drawing out a little bit more, and I can't wait for some sunny days and some heat in the sun, and get out and enjoy gardening and taking the dogs a walk and things like that, in a bit of sun, instead of freezing to death with my gloves on, my hat on, my scarf on, my coat on, and bungled up to nines. So hopefully it not be long. When you think about it, it must only be about 5 or 6 weeks till the clocks go back, and as soon as that happens, the nice weather starts. So keep your fingers crossed. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. I haven't got many. I've got plenty of the tops, like I showed you last week, the Jarrah top and things like that. And a lot of people have been making things with the knit fabric, and I'd never made anything with a knit fabric. So when I was looking online for to see what is available in fabric shops, while I was looking at first for fabrics, I found this leopard print knit. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if I bring it close enough, you can just about see that it's a knit fabric, and it's quite warm, although it's not. I would say it's a medium weight, and I wore this jumper and it's really nice when I've got it on. I made it up in the same sort of pattern as the Tilly and the Buttons t-shirt, because I found that I like the way that is on me, and that they're about the right length. So it's got the same fabric on the neckline, and straight sleeves and straight hem. As I keep saying, with Tilly and the Buttons, they're very easy makes, and I made that in perhaps an hour and a half once it was cut out. So yeah, really enjoyed it. And as I say, it's really it's a lovely soft material as well. It's sometimes you can have a knit fabric that's a bit itchy, but this is lovely and soft, so I really do like that one. Another thing I made is when I went to get the fabric for my Tabitha t-shirt dresses, for my fabrics, while I was looking around the fabrics, my husband was looking around the other side, and he came across and he says, oh, there's some nice fabric over there, make some lovely cushions. And I thought, right. So I said, show me then. So we went across and had a look, and he was right, it was lovely. And I think I might take some of that and make some cushions for the settee. And this is it. It's a velvet with a tiger on. And I just bought a metre and thought, well, I'll see how many I can get out. And I actually got 3 out of it. And then there was a panel that I got that was probably just that bit. So I made like a bolster type cushion with it. You'll have to excuse the state of them. My dogs like them to lay on, because when we're sat on the settee, they'll come and sit aside of you. First thing he does is knock it down like that and lies on the top of it, because it's soft. He does like the cushions. They've always done it since we've had the dogs. So it's just that on the front, and then on the back I just had some plain green cotton, and it's an envelope type cushion. But yeah, they're really nice, nice and soft, and as I say, the dogs like them, and they're really lovely when you stroke them. I could sit, I sit stroking the dogs, but sometimes it's not the dogs I'm stroking at all, it's the cushion. So yeah, they turned out really well. They're not the colours that I've got in my room. My room is grey, but it just adds that bit of warmth to the room. So yeah, I think that they've a hit with the dogs as well as us. So that's another make I did. A lot of the things I made, as I said, were for family, for presents. I made some neck warmers, and I made dozens of makeup, reusable makeup wipes, because I've got 3 granddaughters, a daughter, so I made them all some. I think I made them all 10 each, so there's 40 makeup wipes. I made some little toiletry bags, but there was more of a drawstring bag with a pocket on the outside, you know, to put things like toothbrushes and things in, because the 2 younger granddaughters have got boyfriends, or they go to stay with friends, and remembering to take everything, they're not very organised, as children aren't. They're not very organised, and they go to stay at somebody's house and they forget the toothbrush, or they forget to take this, or they forget to take. So I thought, well, if I make them a bag, and I bought them a toothbrush, I bought them some toothpaste, some soap, some deodorant, then they've got the makeup wipes, face mask, and just bits and bobs to put in it. And I says to him, if you keep things in there and just use them when you're going to stay at your boyfriend's or stay at your friend's, all you need to do is pick your bag up, it's ready, just take it with you. As I said, it's a grab and go bag. So all you've got to do is grab your bag and off you go, because everything's still in the bag and everything's still together. And just use it for that, and that way you're not always thinking, oh, where's this and where's that. So I thought that would be helpful. What else did I make? Can't quite remember now. I know there's quite a lot of little things. Oh, a bookmark, similar to this one. This one I kept for myself. Oops. It's just a little bookmark that goes on the corner of your pages. They do like reading, so I thought that would be handy for them. I also made some key rings that have got a hook on one end and a ring at the other, so they can clip it onto the strap of the bag, so that they've always got the key and not losing them, because they're terrible with keys. So yeah, I made quite a few of those sort of things for Christmas. Another thing I made for myself, a bit out of season, but I'd seen no end of people making the Friday Pattern Club Sagebrush top. When I looked at it, I've always liked to see it on everybody, but for some reason, looking at the cover of the pattern, before I lost weight, I used to be quite busty, and I thought it'd make me look even worse. Well, now I've lost weight, and I thought I'm going to give it a go, because you don't know until you try it. So I thought, well, I've got some nice fabric. I bought this nice cotton lawn when I was at My Fabrics in Nottingham, and I thought, we're going on holiday later on in the year, so I thought, well, if I make it, it'd be something nice to take on holiday with me. So I cut it out and I've made it up, and I've made it into the Sagebrush top. So I've made it with the tie at the back and the frill on the front, and I was quite surprised at how deep the hem is, and I've made it. I've done the top stitching, and the only thing I didn't do is I'm not very good at stitching in the ditch. So what I've actually done is I've sewn it on at the front, and then I've unstitched on the inside. Not that you can tell, you can't see that I've done that, because I thought that would be better than, I know I'd have to unpick it if I did it by doing stitching in the ditch. When I made it, I tried it on, and it is a little on the big side, but I do like it. I would next time, because it does say on the pattern that if you want to, you can take the bit out the middle where the gathering is, so it's more of a flat front, and I think on the next one I would probably do that rather than have this gather, because, as I say, it is a little on the big side. I don't know whether I'd size down or just take that piece out on the front. Like the sleeves, they're a nice length. I have got some pictures, and I will put one in here. It is something I have learnt. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. And the top stitching, I thought I did quite well. I don't think you can just see it there, look. So yeah, so my top stitching's coming on. It's just me stitching in the ditch that's not very good. So that's that one. And I did mention before that I did a toil of a dress, because I wanted to make a dress for Christmas, for going out. We get invited to a party at Christmas, and I thought instead of buying a dress, it's about the only time I ever bought a dress is for this party at Christmas, if I didn't go in trousers. So I thought, well, I'll make a dress this time, and I knew that that's the dress that I made the toile of, which is quite fitted, is what I wanted. The only thing is it had cap sleeves, and I wanted long sleeves because of it being so cold. So I had to find a way of getting a long sleeve pattern to fit in the armhole. So what I did is I got the cap sleeve pattern out, found a long sleeve pattern piece that I like it because I didn't want it to be gathered, I just wanted it to come down and narrow at the end and just turn the hem up. Found a pattern piece for that, and then I just sat the cap sleeve over the top to match up the arm sink, and then folded the long sleeve pattern down so I could draw around the cap sleeve arm sink, sleeve head, and then down use the long sleeve for the length to make a pattern piece for the sleeve. And that's how I managed to make a sleeve that fit the dress because of it being a thing. And this is the dress. It's in quite a heavy black crepe, but I did these nice georgette sleeves with like a dobby print on them. If I just stick my hand in, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can see it now. But it's a lovely heavyweight crepe. And the other thing I wanted to do was fully line it. So this dress is fully lined. The other one was just the dress, there was no lining. So that's two things I've learnt on this dress. One, to redraft the sleeves, and two, to fully line the dress. And again, it's got a concealed zip in the back. And it turned out really nice. Again, I have got a picture of this one, which I'll put on. And yeah, I felt really nice in it. It's. I was a bit worried of it being black because I wore black tights with it. I didn't want to look like I was going to a funeral, but I put it on, and my husband said how nice I looked, and I thought, well, you know, everybody needs a little black dress in the wardrobe, and I hadn't got one anyway, so I thought, well, at least it'll come in for other things. So yeah, and as I say, it's a nice shape because it's got the bust darts on the front, but on the back you've got the two darts either side of the zip, so it just brings it in at your waist and gives you that bit of shape, which is nice and something that I wanted to wear something a little bit more fitted. So when it was made up and I tried it on, everybody said how nice it looked, so I was quite pleased with that one. So that's that one. My next vlog, I think, will be, as I say, I am trying to think of making things for other people. So I've ordered quite a bit of material this week and some patterns for things to make for my husband, who has chosen a shirt, a jumper. I made him some pyjamas for Christmas. I was going to show you those, but he's wearing, well, he's been wearing them, so you don't want to see his pyjamas that he's been wearing. I may show you those next time, but I want to make him a pair of lighter weight ones because they're flannel. but I said I'd make them a nice pair for when we go on a holiday, and a bit lighter weight, because I think most of the ones he's got a flannel or brush cotton or something like that, quite warm. We are going to Italy. We are hoping it's going to be nice and warm there, so we thought that some lightweight cotton ones would be nice. So that's another thing I want to make, and I've ordered some fabric to make him a t-shirt. So they are the things that I'm looking to make in the future. I've got a couple of projects that I've been doing this month in January that I'll show you in my next vlog, and I'll probably be able to show you some of these things that I've made for my husband. And another thing I was going to make is a jacket. I got a free pattern with a sewing magazine, and it's a lined jacket. It's got no pockets, it's just a button up jacket with sleeves and a collar, but it's fully lined, and I've never done a fully lined jacket, so I thought, well, it's something new to learn. So that's another one. That is cut out and started, so hopefully by the time I see you next time I'm well on my way with that one, or hopefully done it, because I know that the Northern Soul Sisters are doing the Jacket January, so hopefully it can be part of Jacket January. So that's the sort of things that I'm looking to do in my next vlog. If there's anything that any of you would like to ask, or anything you would like to see or for me to try, please let me know in the comments. As I say, your comments have been really lovely, and I do appreciate you taking the time. So, you know, if you want me to do something, or you want to ask me anything, please go ahead, put something in the comments, and I'll do what I can for you. And again, I thank you very much for all the likes and the subscribers and all the lovely comments, and I shall see you on my next vlog. And until then, goodbye.